Hey guys, welcome back to Mainville UTV. Today it's a cool crisp Canadian morning and we have to get to work. We got to clean up this driveway, and what we've got today is a 2019 demo unit from Kubota, and it's a Sidekick, an 850cc Sidekick. We're going to be using it again to do some work this time instead of trail riding. So like we talked about, we had this unit out this summer at an RC ATV event, and it's one of those units you just don't quite see out as often as others. So you'll always see the big box brands like you know, Polaris or Can-Am out there, but everyone seems to really enjoy this unit when we brought it out. So this is a Kubota 850, and it is definitely a workhorse. I like to think of it as like a 70-30 machine, so it's 70 work, 30 trail. It's a very capable unit, very torquey, very powerful. It's really well planted on its feet, and it's something I actually really enjoyed the last time I had it out. When we brought it to the RC ATV club run, a lot of people know us for having our big mud machines and stuff like that, and when we brought this out they were quite confused, but when they actually hopped in to ride it, they actually had a really good time. So I had a blast with it, and I actually can't wait to see how it works. This is also a Kubota plow. Very standard setup. It's steel construction, very heavy, which is great for this application that we need it for. We got a big 4,500 pound winch. It's all mechanical, so as you know, it has a mechanical tilt on a lever. The mounting system is spring-loaded pins, so you literally just drive over it, hook up your winch, lift it up, open the handle, and release those pins, and it clips right on. Very simple. Very happy with it. I tried it out the other day, but there wasn't really enough snow to really show it off, so I didn't film that, but I'm sure we're gonna get plenty today. One thing I really love about this unit is how robust it is. Like, just to give you an example, is this box. Pure steel construction, and it's got like a Line-X material on it, if you're familiar with that setup, or a rocker guard or rhino liner. I think it's actually Kubota's right out of the factory setup. It's very strong. It's got a huge box for work. It's all tiltable, of course. You just pull the two levers on each side and lift it up. They have all sorts of aftermarket accessories like hydraulic cylinders for your dump box and everything. There's no shortage of accessories for these machines. They have all sorts of racks and stuff available. This unit specifically was loaned out to us just so we could try out this plow, and that's exactly what we're going to do with it today. But if you want to see our review on it from this summer, I'll make sure it's linked down below. At the time we were just trying to trail ride it and see if it was viable, and it certainly was. But if you want more detail on that, just make sure you watch that video. For today, it's all about the work. All right, we're all set up. It's brisk out here. Whew. So the one thing I really enjoy about this setup, as in comparison to like my ATV for example, is the extension remote, which is something the ATV has, I just never used. I'm glad Kubota actually hooked me up with one of these bad boys, because it makes life simple. So you can just drive and hum along and plow away. Okay, we are in four-wheel drive. See how she pushes. So, like I said, I never prepped this yard for snow plowing this season. I would have left a big open space to actually put some of this snow. So what I'm going to do is try and focus on pushing it into the ditch. We're not allowed to cross the road, and my yard has septic and well and all sorts of stuff, so I can't just pile it anywhere. A lot of you guys were asking in one of my other plow videos why I had to plow it a certain way. Those are the reasons. It has to go away from places where I can't put too much weight on top of, like weeping tile, for example. So I'm going to try and get rid of as much as I can in the driveway, and when I need to clean up, I'll just grab the blower tractor and get to work with that. In case you're wondering, because I know a lot of people there got a little bitter in the comment section, but that's all right. I'm on your side. Sun's nice though. I forgot how torquey this thing is. We'll get lined up here. No problems. Gotta open up those banks. Try not to go too far and launch myself in the ditch. About this machine is it really feels planted. Like the quad, when I got into some of these moments, it wasn't so much. No problem solved. Good job. Try not to get rid of my number sign. Make sure the mailman's happy so you can actually get to my mailbox. He's a great guy. My dog hates him though. I don't know why. What I like about the side-by-side is it has enough weight to actually do this. It's much more planted when I'm trying to do work, especially when my ditch is actually incredibly deep. It's probably hard to tell, but it's probably about 5.5 feet deep. When you're going over that edge and you're trying to put the snow there, you got to be careful where those front tires plant. But this thing's big and heavy enough that it just laughs at it for the most part. Probably shouldn't say that too early, but like right now I'm in the ditch. And if it gets out of this, I'll be pretty happy. Yeah, look at that. A little bit of throttle control and away you go. Hey, see how much snow we can get to the end of the driveway. Fill her up. Gonna have to turn the blade, I figure. I do like the metal blade. It's a little basic, but it's definitely no slouch. Kubota has a lot of different models. This is probably somewhere in the lower end, but when it comes to their diesel side-by-sides, world's your oyster. I have no problems with this. Less stuff to break, really, less stuff to maintain, that's okay. So if this is more your speed, it's the way to go. ditch. That's pretty much it. Still got a little bit more to clean on the other side, and then we'll grab the little baby tractor and clean it up a little bit. Center out the blade. Not bad. If you're watching Steve, that one's for you. Pretty good, not bad. That pushes the bank like nothing. All right, good to know. I thought the banks would be a little harder by now, but I guess that is not the case. Look at that. So this is what I've normally been using for snow removal the last little while. It's also a Kubota. This is a GR2120. It's got a little baby diesel in it. Isn't that just the cutest thing you've ever seen? I wanted a real tractor, but Cass kind of put the kibosh to that because she asked me what I would actually use it for, and I had to make up reasons, and she was probably right, but that's a long story. So this is what I got. It's a front-facing blower, a little PTO driven. It's got a hydraulic lift on it, electric chute, the whole bit. I don't know what the actual width of this blower works out to being. I think it's 50-something inches, but very, very impressive. I can chuck snow right into the neighbors' yards, let's put it that way. It's quite the unit. But it's all-wheel drive, so basically within a certain parameter of arcs, it's four-wheel drive, basically moving forward. As soon as you turn, it unlocks certain tires. I can't remember the exact bit, but it's quite the unit. It's got little mini tractor weights, which is quite adorable, not gonna lie to you. You do need them though, because that thing gets hopping around there. When you have the weights, it works really, really well. But hydraulic lift, like I was saying. And this is the PTO here, the actuator for that, and it's all shaft driven. There's no belt on any of that. But this is what we're going to use to clean up the edges. So there we have it, one clean driveway. It was great pushing the heavy stuff with the plow, and I know it's a bit much. I have quite the fleet to really be doing a driveway, but it was super convenient having the blower from Kubota to also clean up the edges, because I love those fine lines. It's all about that right there for me. And the best part is I don't have any weight on my yard in the places where I shouldn't be having a lot of weight. Snow really adds up, and as it goes higher and higher and packs and cools, it can get really freaking heavy. That's pretty obvious. But I can't have that on my weeping bed. I can't have that on, you know, all sorts of stuff that I have going on in the yard. The point is, this is one of the best experiences I've had doing my own driveway. That's probably because it's overkill. I didn't realize that that thing would be able to push solid banks like that. It just kind of ran right through them. So I could have done this differently, knowing that, really. I could have actually started a pile if I wanted to, but I didn't want to, so I had options. So there's the units. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just let me know down below. I'll answer them all. For all you plow experts, you can tell me how to actually plow. That's fine. That's okay. I want to thank Huckabone Kubota out of Cobden, Ontario, for lending me the Sidekick. The actual tractor is mine. I paid for that myself. But what a good time. I know it seems like I'm putting out plow videos like crazy, but I enjoy them. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do the thing. Sharing is free. Sharing is caring. We'll see you guys next time.